Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson, and today's review is going to be on the Witcher series. Uh, First of all, let me apologize if I look like I just woke up and I'm tired and a mess. That's because I'm tired and I'm a mess. But I wanted to get this video out today, but I have a huge day planned in front of me, and I had to just get up and do it as early as possible. So you'll have to put up with it for this video. So sorry about that. But anyway, guys, the Witcher series. Now I was kind of late on the game on this. You know, people have talked about it. You know, it's based on a video game series that I never played. I never really got into The Witcher, and I really went into this series knowing zero about it. But my friends told me that it was really good, and I watched some of the reviews, and the reviews said that it was really good. So I went in and started watching the series. Now, the first episode, I have to admit, the beginning and the end was incredible, but the middle parts of it, you know, the dialogue was kind of wonky, I felt. You know, and it really kind of was, dare I say, kind of boring. The first episode I thought was, except for the beginning and the end. I thought it opened solid and it ended solid. But the middle part of that episode, you know, I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to like this. But I gave it its due. And I tell you what, once you get past that first episode, if you feel the same way I did, the series grows on you for sure. And I ended up loving this series, and I think you will too. If you guys are fans of the same kind of stuff I am, you will definitely enjoy this series. Now, I do have some problems with it, but I'll get to that in a minute. But let me tell you the great stuff I loved about it. First of all, Henry Cavill as this character was amazing. Henry Cavill, I love already. You know, I thought he was one of the best Supermen that's ever been on screen. Of course, Christopher Reeve is definitely the definitive Superman in my opinion. But I thought Henry Cavill did an awesome job as Superman. And going into this series, I was thinking, we're going to get Superman dressed up like a Witcher, you know, and I thought that's what we were going to get, but we didn't get that. We actually got a solid character, and I thought he portrayed it very well. His acting is awesome in this show. Something else I liked about this show, the graphics. Anytime they used any kind of CGI and stuff, you know, me, I'm a practical effects type of person. I understand you have to use CGI in some things in film, and I get it. But for me, I'm more of a practical kind of guy. And the less CGI you use, the more I'm going to like what you do. That being said, the CGI and graphics used in this series, I thought were superb. They definitely took their time, and you can tell in the way they filmed certain scenes. You know, it's easy to hide bad CGI in darkness. So maybe there was some bad CGI because some scenes were in the dark. Particularly when he fights this witch. I think it's the third episode or fourth episode. It's one of my favorite scenes in the whole entire series. Him fighting this witch and using all his abilities just to try to fend her off, and he really can't. You know, it really comes to a draw with him and this creature. But I loved that whole scene. And there's an episode that has dragons in it. And I thought that the dragon work was really well done. Even though I didn't like the fact that the dragon spoke telepathically and not with his mouth. I don't like that when they do that in film where they're looking at you and you're hearing a voice come at you. Unless they go into more depth, like more development on how the telepathic, talking works, it just felt kind of wonky for me. But I got over it. It's a very small nitpick, but it's just something that I have to tell you that it's something that I didn't like. But the way the dragons looked and felt real, I thought was amazing. So I like the dragon scenes, but I also didn't like the dragon scenes at the same time. But anyway, the cinematography altogether is awesome. The acting, I think, in this whole entire series is awesome. Now, the whole what's her name? The Oh my gosh, her name's escaping me. I'm sorry, guys, but the main witch of the series. I can't think of her name right now. Oh, and I don't want to just look it up while I'm doing the video. So anyway, you know who I'm talking about if you've seen the series. The main witch of the series, who is kind of a love interest for The Witcher. I don't want to spoil anything in this video, but her transformation throughout the whole series I thought was really well done. Um, but the thing I didn't like about this series was the time differential. You know, if it wasn't for my good buddy David telling me that, this episode takes place 30 years before this episode and all that, I wouldn't even have really caught on to the fact that some episodes take place or back in time and some are present time. And because it kind of feels like it's all happening at the same time. So I wish they would have developed more on the actual, look, this takes place now, this takes place back then. Because it really went over my head when they were saying, because he says, my buddy says that, well, there's this one part where she says, oh, 30 years ago, I've been doing this for 3 decades or something. So you kind of know from that one sentence that this takes place, in the future compared to where last episode took place 30 years prior. So that was the one thing I really didn't like about the show, is that they didn't really, explain enough what time period we were in. But other than that, once I caught on to it, it was fine. And I really thought the ending was solid. You kind of see how Geralt became a Witcher. I thought that was really amazing. But I don't want to spoil too much. I just want to tell you guys what I thought about it. And I have to tell you, I loved the series. I have to rewatch it, I feel, because I missed some of the time displacement stuff. And the second viewing, I will get it, so I'm not too worried about it. But anyway, guys, have you seen The Witcher? If you haven't seen it, I definitely think if you like Lord of the Ring type stuff, you would love this series. And it's only 8 episodes, so it goes by really fast. And but the story is really, really intriguing and really good once you get into it. But once you can get past some of the wonky dialogue, and you really got to pay attention to what's going on, or you'll miss something like I did. Hopefully, the second viewing will give me a better perspective. But anyway, I loved it overall. I think you guys should check it out. So go click on Netflix and check out The Witcher. Have you done it already? Let me know in the comments below what you think. And remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!